Hello and welcome to Members on the Mic with the Troy Chamber of Commerce, where we connect with local Troy Chamber members as they give us a glimpse into their company and share some of the business lessons they've learned along the way. Hi everyone, I'm Tara Thompson-Cusack, President and CEO of the Troy Chamber of Commerce, and I'm joined today with, of course, my favorite co-host and Vice President of the Chamber, Sheila Denstead.
Hi everyone.
First, I'd like to take a moment to thank our presenting sponsor, Tryon Solutions. Stay tuned for our very first commercial break where you can learn how you can rely on Tryon. So we've got a really great show. Now, this is a guest we have actually had before, but because of some really new exciting news, we thought we would bring this person back. So Sheila, if you don't mind giving us a little introduction of who we're going to be meeting today.
Absolutely. Very excited. She was brave enough to join us again. Today, we'll be chatting with Suzy Siegle, Walsh College's chief champion, currently serving as the 9th president and CEO. Suzy holds a bachelor's degree, a master of business administration, a Juris Doctor, and a doctorate in higher education, leadership, and management, where her dissertation focused on innovative and entrepreneurial operating models in the 21st century higher education. Her research focuses on locus of control psychology, especially as it pertains to helping high-performing leaders and entrepreneurs. She's the author of the book, Chief Energy Officer, Locus, Take Control and Change the Direction of Your Life, and of the Thrive Journal, a step-by-step guide to help you create and accomplish your goals. And now that the Chamber offices are in the amazing Walsh College campus, we can proudly say she is our landlord, and she is wonderful at that. Welcome, Suzy.
Thank you so much, Sheila. Thank you, Tara. So exciting to be back.
I love the fact that we both woo at the same time now. So we're really friends when it's like, and now we're woo!
Synchronized wooing.
There you go. It's how we roll.
So is it a class?
It is, and at the community center. Right?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So, Suzy, thanks again for joining us.
Absolutely.
Obviously, we're really excited because one of the reasons we wanted to bring you back is this brand new, amazing Troy Chamber benefit that we wouldn't have been able to do without teaming up with one of the best business colleges in the area. So, this is called our Preferred Education Partnership, but I guess I'd like to get things started off by just kind of explaining what this is. So do you want to first take a little stab and explain a little bit what this PEP is?
Absolutely. And, definitely we'll be able to chime in and to complement what we're sharing with each other. So it's great. It really is a strategic initiative to invest in the business community and to really help with talent attraction and retention. We believe as a college, like you said, the best business and technology college in the world, just ranked #1 by Forbes for our online DBA.
Now we went to the same class.
Yeah, there you go. Woo. Very excited about #1 ranking. And what's great about that is we know the value of our degrees and investing in the community. And we know so many businesses are looking to retain talent in ways that are affordable to them. And by us opening doors of access and opportunity for higher education, for our market-aligned, high-demand, top-notch business and technology degrees, we are really having a best of both worlds, business and education.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think what's great about this is that obviously we see the need for education, but what this PEP actually is that Troy Chamber members now have the opportunity to get this education at a lower cost than they've ever been able to receive before. So now all of our Troy Chamber members get 15% off their master's degree and some of those great programs you're talking about. They can also get 5% off their bachelor's degree. They can also get 15% off some of their CEUs, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go. But you also, for our Troy Chamber members, they get complimentary career fair booths. Yes. They can actually recruit talent on campus when we have such amazing students already. And I think what's super cool is we have two amazing employees that are also Walsh alums. So it's good in itself. So we already know that you're producing great talent.
Thank you.
But there's so many new opportunities, which also includes things such as, so Platinum members, they already get this 15% off all of that, but they also can extend this discount to the family members. And that's at that Platinum level. But what's cool is we also have that opportunity for all of our levels. They just have to pay a small administrative fee, but that goes to scholarships for some of even their employees to actually receive. So there's so many great opportunities.
Yeah, it's really, like you said, it's a continuum of talent, retention, and attraction. So thinking about from the standpoint of you're helping to recruit talent, you're helping to retain talent because you're showing them that you're investing in them, And by the way, those percentages, they can stack those. So folks might be saying, well, what is 15%?
Yeah.
Well, from a graduate degree, our programs are already so affordable because of our model, but that can be upwards of $8,000 to $10,000, depending on the amount of classes you're taking. And if you do our dual degree, so over the course of 2 years, that's significant. That increases the ROI and the investment that you're making in your talent if you're a company. The other piece is being able to be present at the career fairs and the career booths. So now you're right there to really help recruit talent. We want to take care of businesses from the very start to the very finish, because they're taking care of us by giving us the feedback of what do we need to teach so we can keep our programs market aligned, top 10, number 1 ranked, and really be on the pulse of changes in the business and technology industry. So it comes full circle.
Yeah. And from an HR perspective, this is the thing that's really cool. This is a benefit.
Yes.
Like this can actually be put into your benefits package that now, as you're looking to hire employees, hey, by the way, now all your employees get 15% off. And again, for that little add-on, now their kids can get this discount. Now their spouse can get this discount. Like this is such an amazing thing for HR directors to be paying attention to.
Oh, 100%. I mean, when you think about benefits you offer, right? Because a lot of times folks will look at a salary and they'll think, okay, how does that salary compare? And part of that is the whole package, because as you know, if your benefits aren't there, we have a great benefits partner. I know we'll talk about them in a bit. But if your benefits aren't there, or if you're contributing too highly to those, or you don't have enough other benefits, then that money, it's not the same, right? So we really want to show people we're investing in the whole person. And here's what's really great. A degree of value that you earn can never be taken away from you. So it pays lifelong dividends and lifelong returns. So I always tell folks, run through school, don't walk. Get as much as it's true. Get as much education as you can, as quickly as you can. And I know that a lot of folks will say, well, you should have time in the workplace. But remember, our students are already working while they're going to they are already, right? And also, by getting that education that is applied, you're not just learning theory. You're actually learning experience at the same time. So a lot of jobs that post for 10 years or 5 years plus, if you're going along at Walsh and you're getting your MBA and you're working, that only accentuates and amplifies your experience. And that's what's really great is not only are we investing in the talent and in retaining them, but we're actually moving the workforce forward.
Can we talk a little bit about, that is amazing. I think one of the coolest things that you guys offer to our members is the opportunity to create programs that they need.
Yes.
Could you talk a little bit? Because I know we've had those questions a few
it's a
times
very
on
big
that.
deal.
Okay, so I want to give credit to our Chief Academic Officer. You both know him very well, Dr. Dave Skippers, because he's always said, we want to create the programs that our students and our businesses want and need, not necessarily the ones that, let's say, traditional higher ed wants to teach. So it's really important to us to have advisory boards and to have businesses and technology industry in our ecosystem. So by doing that, we're able to hear if you say, you know what, we need leadership and soft skills, we can develop a program. And by the way, it's called Walsh Leadership Academy, WLA, and we're starting our first group today of 13 folks.
Woo-hoo.
Because that is something that folks have said they want is leadership development, both personal and professional and just the whole person. The other piece is global project management. Project management is really key right now. Because what's happening is you're seeing a lot of talent get promoted. They're great individual contributors and they're getting promoted into management so that they can lead and develop teams, yet they don't necessarily have the best tools for project managing. So we want to equip them to be successful. And the third example, we have so many more, but there's also our machine learning and AI, right? So what's been coming out in the news that we're hearing is the advent of AI, the growth of AI. We need to train up our business and technology talent in how to use that effectively. And actually, I'm in a course right now through MIT, Sloan Education, where I'm learning how to use AI for business strategy. So I can school up.
Yeah.
And we're also looking at bringing something like that in-house at Walsh so we can help grow our talent. So we're listening constantly to the feedback you're giving us, to the feedback business gives us, and taking a look at our offerings. Now, a lot of our offerings are already market aligned. So I will be honest, we don't have to do that much tweaking. We just say, oh, they're looking for it in a 2-day workshop or a 4-day workshop, just like we're doing with entrepreneurship. We have some entrepreneurial workshops.
Well, and that goes back to so Sheila's out and about, we're both out and about, and we're talking to businesses. So we actually get to hear those needs of saying, oh, yes, we're struggling in this category because we don't have our employees trained in this category yet. And the fact that we can bring it to you and say, hey, is there something we can work with? Now, we know there's limitations. You're not going to be teaching medical school. But there's...
Today,
you never know. You never know.
I
But the business of medicine, you never know.
Yeah.
But it's those
Big business.
pieces of knowing we can come to you because we are the ear of the community and be able to share that.
100%. Exactly. And then also, so it's a really great feedback loop. It's a great synergy That's why we speak about it being the best of both worlds, business and industry and higher education. And it also speaks into the value of a degree. So you're hearing a lot of questions surrounding the value of education. What's the ROI? And yet there were just 3 studies that came out, one from U.S. News and World Report in late 2023, a Harris poll, and then one recently in CNBC that said despite the questions around the value of a degree, employers are still hiring for folks that have degrees. In fact, now advanced degrees with some of the digitalization and AI and ML, and also the lifetime return when you get a degree, better health, better wealth, better relationships. I mean, none of these we can make any guarantees, obviously, but I can tell you from student surveys who have gone through Walsh College, the feedback is exceptional. They will tell me Walsh has changed my life. And that's what we want to do for the Troy business community. And I commend you both for the vision you saw in investing in the community through education, because you identified a need in the talent retention and attraction gap.
Yeah, and I think, so I always go back to not everybody's going to go get their degree. But I think what I love so much about this program is that now, like, the spouses and children have these opportunities. Because I know my family came from the hospitality industry, and my mom had no desire to go get a degree, but she would have stayed in her job longer. She absolutely would if she knew it was going to save me $9,000 to $10,000 in student debt.
See, I love that example. Thank you for sharing that. I mean, you shared that at the ribbon cutting when we announced it. And it's just such a great personal, vulnerable, but personal story to say this is why it mattered. I was just talking to a person the other day, and I said, we offer this PEP program, and it also can extend to families. And he said, oh, really? Because maybe that person isn't interested in getting his master's. He already has it, but he's interested in it for his daughter. And then that shows, wow, the value of joining the Troy Chamber is immense, because not only can I increase my own value in education and talent attraction and retention, but now I can actually thread this benefit with my family. So I think that's what's really key about this program, and why we've said it's the first of its kind, is it's truly investing in the community to keep talent here. And already 85 to 90% of our graduates live and work in the Metro Detroit area. So we already are producing talent that lives and works here.
Well, and obviously, as you know, it's huge for our members because they're looking at any way they can to bring in new talent. When we're able to tell them about the program and offer it, and then let alone their employees, but they can give it to their families, that just helps our membership continue to grow. And that's what we're all about, making sure they have those opportunities.
Well, and here's what's great. It can be added on to existing benefits. So some companies have said they're able to bring back some tuition assistance, some are not. Either way, by joining the chamber, you now have a tuition incentive program. So if you're offering a little bit, this can go on top of that and make that benefit even more attractive. And many times when they talk about what creates engagement from the employee, what creates engagement from talent, and it's knowing that the company, the organization is invested in their personal growth. I heard something great the other day, and I believe this so strongly. If your employees, if your team members can see their dream inside of that organization flourishing, you're doing an incredible job. And that really gives me chills, because I think about it, especially with my direct leadership team and my folks that have certain areas of expertise and passions, whether it's leadership, cybersecurity, human resource and people operations, finance, right? If they can see their dreams nestled within the dream and the vision of Walsh College, that is the most fulfilling thing for me. Not only are they invested in the company and growth, but we're invested in them so that they see an alignment, a synchronicity, if you will.
That's honestly, I'm all smiles from hearing all of that. But guys, I think this might be a great time to take a quick little break and hear a word from our presenting sponsor, Tryon Solutions. We'll be right back.
I'm Joe Vicari, President and CEO of the Joe Vicari Restaurant Group, which encompasses 24 restaurants throughout the country. Tryon's able to provide for our employees health insurance, 401ks, vacation time. All of that helps us compete against larger companies for top talent. Happy employees make for great service, and that's what our restaurants are known for. That's why we rely on Tryon.
You can always rely on Tryon.
Welcome back to Members on the Mic with the Troy Chamber of Commerce. We're here with Suzy Siegle from Walsh College. So Suzy, I'm going to give you your absolute favorite question. You already know what's happening because you're so excited about this. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the history of Walsh College?
Well, Tara, it's so funny that you would ask something like this. Yes, I bring props. This is the golden ticket. You've heard of this is the golden book. No, I'm very grateful that you asked. So a lot of folks do know now, and I am sharing it even more. But for those that don't, Walsh College was founded in 1922 by Mervyn Walsh. And Mervyn Walsh was the accountant for Thomas Edison. So he worked with Thomas Edison at the Thomas Edison Light Company. I know, right? I mean, it's just such an
The
incredible
light bulb
story.
just went off hearing
The
that.
light bulb just went off. I love it. But he was side by side as Edison was working to light up the world. And even more amazing than that is Edison started the motion picture company. And now we think about our history 100 plus years later with one of our alum, Paul Glantz, and Imagine Entertainment located upstairs of our campus. So you can't make this stuff up. The universe just delivers in so many incredible quantum ways. And by the way, that's my next book, Quantum Lead. We'll talk about that when I come back. But I share this because, so Walsh started in Detroit, right in the heart of Detroit. In fact, it was the 6th floor of the Detroit Opera House. And I was just in CVS the other day, and I noticed they have a Detroit Opera House, like history book guide by the cards. You would never know.
I'm assuming you bought it.
Oh, I bought
Okay,
like
yeah,
7
of course.
copies. Yeah. Sent it to our board, gave to our team members because Walsh College was in there, 6th floor of the Opera House. So they were teaching the PACE accounting method. And by the way, it was Walsh Institute. It wasn't a college then. The very first woman to sit for the CPA exam was educated at Walsh. So we're so proud, Grace Drimmer. So she's the first woman in Michigan to have received the CPA designation. So we started there. In fact, Mervyn Walsh used to stay right at the DAC across the street. And this book is fabulous. And I know that a lot of people have asked about it, so I have copies in my office. But it just really gives you some good history, especially when we came to Troy. So how did we get to Troy from Detroit? Well,
Up
State of-
75.
yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. Horse and carriage. No.
Exactly.
Very good, Sheila. Yeah, it's a little longer of a route. We didn't quite have those roundabouts that we have. Anyway, so the other part was the state of Michigan changed their requirements. To sit for the CPA, you needed a 4-year degree. You couldn't just go through a training program and then sit for it. So Mervyn Walsh took a look at the landscape, and he predicted, and he was correct, that community college enrollment was going to go up. And because of that, he didn't want to compete with the first 2 years of the community college. He wanted to create a true partnership college, and that's what Walsh is. So we're upper division. So we do the last 2 years, junior and senior year, and we partner with our community colleges, OCC, MCC, Oakland, Macomb, Wayne, Washtenaw, Schoolcraft, SC4, so that those students can come to us, they can finish faster, and a lot of them go on and do their masters. So about in the 70s, the Waddles family, and many of you will recognize Waddles Road, they had land and they had farmland, and Mervyn Walsh purchased, and the Walsh Institute, which is now college, purchased land in Troy to build its Troy campus. And it had enjoyed a wonderful relationship with the Waddles family and the city. And we still have that today. We have a wonderful relationship with the city, the mayor, the city council. So grateful for the council and all their work, and all of the hardworking members in public safety in Troy. We're so grateful. So that is how we got to Troy. But a lot of folks don't know that we educated the very first female CPA in Michigan, and that we were founded by the accountant for one of the greatest innovators of all time.
That's amazing.
I'm just in awe. I'm like,
That seems way harder than just driving up 75. Yeah. Okay.
Well, and we're living it today. I mean, I look at our Forbes ranking, #1. Our IT programs are in the top 8, also by Forbes. And you're starting to see that, so much conversation around the value of degrees. Well, business and education have always been valuable. And something great about Walsh is we're built for the working professional. So you don't have to take time off of your job or away from your family in order to get a degree.
so huge these
Isn't
days.
it? And with
Yeah.
flexible learning modalities, we believe you shouldn't have to compromise on the quality you deserve for the flexibility your life needs.
Mhm. Well, and that's just it too. You have hybrid options. So there's a lot of times where even employers don't want to say, hey, well, I don't want them to get so busy in school that it's going to lack in their work. And
100%,
that's
yes.
not reality. The reality is you guys are actually meeting them where they are. They can log in when they get home at night as they're eating dinner. They can actually work within their own free time to improve their careers,
In
which
fact,
is
some
a
of
huge
them-
deal.
You're so right. In fact, some of them have sent me pictures with their kids on their lap and they're doing work. And they said, the fact that we're at Walsh has allowed us to spend more time at home. Can you believe that? I mean, you would think it would be the opposite because they're learning how to integrate life and school and work.
Yeah.
And how,
So that's important.
and how important is it for their children to see what they're doing to set a great example for what their futures can
Great
look
point, Sheila.
Yeah.
Yes. So it has generational impact. So if you're an employer and you're like, how do I make a difference in the lives of my team members? And you're a team member and you're like, how do I really maximize the benefits I'm getting from my employer? This is how you do it. This is an investment for the future because we know the doors of access and opportunity open when you have a degree, when you have that empowerment behind you.
Love it.
All right, I do have a quick question. It really is.
We get all sucked in.
I know. what's your number one program? What are you seeing right now that is a highly sought after program?
Well, our number one by Forbes ranked. Yeah. No, I'll tell you inside. So our accounting program, and that's our rich history, by the way, is accounting. We talk about that with Mervyn Walsh. Accounting is our largest program, but very close second is our IT program. So our technology program, and that's why we have both now, a School of Business and a School of Technology, because we've seen the growth in both. And our technology school is, all of our programs are NSA, National Security Agency, recognized and validated. And we are an NSA Center for Academic Excellence. So you see our amazing cyber lab right on campus, and we're just very proud of that. So accounting is continuing to grow, especially as we're seeing a lot of folks that are switching mid-career, or we have a Mac degree that allows you to do that. But also our technology programs. We're seeing significant interest in artificial intelligence and machine learning, data science and data analytics, and cybersecurity. We just had a conference on our campus earlier this week about this, and it's so important what you're seeing in the cybersecurity world, ransomware. We are preparing the next generation of cyber heroes.
I know,
Did
right?
we know that was going on?
We
in our
did, yeah.
building?
Well, kind of.
Oh.
So, well, and I guess that's it, guys. One thing I just want to say, first of all, Suzy, thank you much for joining us. It's wonderful always to be able to sit down and chat with you. Obviously, we couldn't do this partnership without you. So, Troy Chamber members, if you are interested in the PEP, go to troychamber.com. You can go to the education tab. You can actually put your information in if you would like, and even learn more about some of these great programs. But I know there's some options for CEUs. There's just endless options of working together. And I think this just proves how collaboration is key for our futures.
Oh, 1,000%. And it really shows the value of education is truly synergistic with the business community. And we are so grateful for the Chamber, for all of you, for your members, because without them, we wouldn't be who we are as a relevant, market-driven, aligned, practical college. And that's our approach, is to give practical education you can use right away to advance your career.
Well, I think that is the best way to finish up this podcast. I mean, you say everything so eloquently. I'm like, I like stuff.
No.
Just kidding.
Degrees are good.
Degrees good. No, but guys, if you are not a Troy Chamber member, please reach out. Obviously, this is a wonderful benefit to give to your employees and even to some of their family as well. But guys, that's all we have here today on Members on the Mic with the Troy Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much to Trion Solutions, our presenting sponsor. So guys, if you are interested in joining the Troy Chamber, go to troychamber.com and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thank you.